You both said today that you love each other, and I believe it. But I'm trying to tell you, love is not enough for a successful marriage. There's so many other things that go in it. It's not just about you anymore.
Here is today's case.
I've been putting up with Chris cheating for the last 4 years.
I only talk to other girls to get what Iesha isn't giving me.
Chris think he can treat me any kind of way, but he's gonna learn today.
Iesha has an attitude problem, and that gets in the way of our relationship.
Chris is a liar and a cheater, and if he's back to his old tricks, I'm done.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Faith Jenkins presiding. Your Honor, this is the case of Wilkerson's versus Smalls.
Thank you, Juan. Iesha Wilkerson.
Yes, Your Honor.
You have brought Mr. Christopher Smalls
Yes, Your Honor.
to court today. You are suing for $5,000 for intentional infliction of emotional distress.
Yes, Your Honor.
You say he is a controlling cheater.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you are suing for $5,500. You say she destroyed and bleached your clothes.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I'll hear from the two of you. I'll start with you, Ms. Wilkerson.
Well, I'm here today because my boyfriend is a cheater, liar, and he's a bit controlling. And if he doesn't get it together, then I'm out.
What do you have to say about that, Mr. Smalls?
I'm not a cheater at all. Basically, things are tough between us when it comes to bonding and being compatible with each other. Like, we have different problems, so it kind of forces.
So why does she think you're a cheater?
She found things in my phone, messaging other girls. He found a video of me having sex with someone.
Well, you just cracked this case wide open today. Is there
Right.
anything else I need to ask?
Right.
Okay, we wrap this up.
But in my defense,
Please,
when
let's hear your
The
defense.
video that she found, we were not together. At the time, we were taking a break, and the messages are kind of like the flirting things, kind of like, you know, just saying certain things is disrespectful to her. It's not a disrespectful thing coming from me. It's just I was fulfilling what I'm kind of missing with her.
So it's disrespectful to her, but not to you.
If they look at it the way she's looking at it, they would feel that's a disrespectful. But coming from my point of view, it's not a disrespect thing.
It is.
It's just kind of like a fulfilling thing for me.
Because you
At
feel like
times
you're
when I
missing
do
that.
things, right. Sometimes when I do things, I kind of think it's over. So I kind of make an action, not caring what happened. But we always find
your way back.
Coming back, trying to make it work.
If you're doing all this and she's found the Snapchats and the videos, why not just not be in a relationship and you can have your freedom to do whatever it is that you want to do?
Well, I'm not looking for freedom. I'm actually looking for what I'm in right now. We have a child, and we have a lot of businesses we started together. So, you know, we want to try to work this thing out, figure it out, because we are business partners also.
Well, but you just said that you're not getting what you want out of the relationship, so you're
Right,
looking
but it's-
elsewhere.
It's small things that can be fixed. Certain examples,
But sir, you're in divorce court. How small could it be? Mr. Smalls, you said you are stepping out of the relationship to get what she's not giving you. That's pretty serious.
Exactly.
Well, I just look
Businesses,
for
even a
certain
child
things.
together aside, if that's what you're going to do, that means you're not happy in the relationship. Am I right?
yeah, I'm not happy, but things can change if we
It's
are
been 4
compatible with
years.
each other. If she wants me to do certain things and how I kind of build myself for her satisfaction, it can be done the same. That's what I want.
What is it that you want from her in terms of
Small
change?
things is attitude problems. Waking up on the wrong side of the bed.
So
Certain
she's
things.
not a morning person.
Yeah, I guess. I guess that's the excuse. But when I say small things, I mean attitude problems.
Okay.
So if certain things could be fixed kind of with that, complaining a lot, complain about anything, could be anything. Today we're trying to figure out what we want to eat. We get there, she doesn't want to eat that, or I'll change my mind. So I get her what she wants, basically, and it's still just like, it's something else. It was just more and more. She's not satisfied. It wasn't cooked right. Something. It's just all complaining.
Are you doing that much complaining, Ms. Wilkerson?
He says I do, but I don't agree with that.
So you don't feel like you have an attitude problem?
I don't feel like I have an attitude problem, but I feel like certain things that he does makes me have an attitude. This is what I'm saying, like he's controlling with. If we're just talking about something like music, and I feel like an artist is good, and he feels like an artist is good, or whatever, their music is good or whatever, but what he's saying is like true, and what I'm saying is not true, if that makes any sense. Like,
You're saying he's dismissive of your opinion?
yes, he always has to be right. If anything, like if we're in a debate about anything, arguing about anything, he has to be right. And I feel like that's controlling.
So if you're having a discussion about Nicki Minaj and Cardi B,
Yes.
You have a difference of opinion, and he's saying you're wrong and he's right.
Basically, yes.
What else, Miss Wilkerson?
So me and my friend have daughters, and we wanted to take the girls to Jump and Joy. Okay, he comes in, where are you going? You're not going, like, out of nowhere. And I'm just like, why are you tripping? Like, it's just little stuff like that. Like, I feel like he has, like, controlling issues, and
Well, is there a reason why he's telling you he doesn't want you to go?
my friend, he doesn't like her. Like, he doesn't like her ways
Why don't
as
you
a
like
friend.
her friend?
I don't dislike her. I just feel like she influences what she does. She's
Influences her to do what?
I mean,
They just trying to take the kids
not
to
what
play?
she does, but no, well, it's deeper than that. It's always gonna be deeper than that. It's like Iesha would tell me she has a mind of her own, but I kind of would just see things of my own, like text messaging. She text messaged her friend, and we were kind of like rough at the time, and she was kind of like, I found messages basically her kind of saying like, you know, she didn't want to be with me. She wanted to try out, I guess, another guy, you know, date another person. Like, end it
Because
with
I'm
me.
tired.
basically.
Okay. And when you were going on a break, you said she found a tape of you having sex with someone else. So the two of
Right.
you have had a back and forth. What does her
Right.
friend have to do with that?
Your Honor,
Basically, she's the one who she's texting.
Complaining
one-
about you. She's
Right.
complaining to her friend about you, and so now they can't take the kids to the jumping park.
No, these are things that build insecurities with me. So
Well,
if
that
I-
sounds like a personal problem to me.
Well, is when you see things, messages and stuff like that, it kind of like, just like how she feels with me, it kind of makes her feel like,
Messages with other men?
no, to her friend, to basically planning to hang out
Leave.
with other guys.
Okay. Okay.
That's the problem. That's the main
Okay,
thing.
so I've been trying to get to where you're trying to go for a minute. So this is the
Okay.
first I've heard of this.
Okay.
So that's one of the issues. You say that she's talking with this friend about hanging out with other guys, and you feel like this friend is encouraging her, is what you're saying.
Right.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere.
Well, I was at work. At the time, I was seeing somebody else. She thought I was driving her car to work. She keyed the car.
How do you know she did it?
She told me.
Did you see the damage on the car?
I didn't see the damage, and they wouldn't let us come outside.
Because they had a vandal on the loose. Little did they know it was Miss Wilkerson. You said that things started to really go downhill 5 months after your child was born. You're a rapper,
Yes, ma'am.
and you said he was out a lot, and so you started checking his phone.
I started checking his phone, and actually, I found messages, inappropriate messages from him messaging other women. And the messages was telling other girls that he know what to do with this and how can he sex them, and just a lot of inappropriate things that he shouldn't have been saying. So
Just to be clear, you were not on a break during this time?
we were not on the break at the time. No, ma'am.
Okay. So what happens? What's that conversation? When you confront him
yeah, he's
about
just
the
denying it. He's just basically telling me I'm acting like what I'm seeing is not true.
Okay. Sir?
The messages are there. It's there. I just would kind of cover it up a little bit, what I did. But like I said, I'm not trying to justify and saying that I'm not wrong from what I've done. But I really just feel like certain things could be handled. As a man, and I have a woman, my things are to kind of provide, to make sure our bills are paid, to make sure we have food on the table, clothes on our back, make sure my child and her never misses a meal. Make sure everything's always paid. That's just family business. Now, breaking it down into me going out with her, I feel like it's my job to make you happy. It's my job to kind of show you the way of certain things that you didn't kind of understand.
Well, sir,
So
are
I
these
feel
text
like-
messages making her happy?
No, they're not.
Okay,
And
so that doesn't exactly fall into that equation you're
Well,
explaining to me
it
today.
does, but once it happens, it's kind of like a change, and that's why we're here.
Or tell her about when you had a
focused on it.
girlfriend, when
I'm
you
not
got a
focused
girlfriend.
on it like,
I'm just asking you a simple question. Why are you sending the text messages telling other women you want to hook up?
no
What's
problem.
the reason?
There's no reason. There's no reason. I did it to fill in what I wanted, what I need. As men, we matter too. We matter also. Women is not only the only thing that matters.
I
in this situation.
absolutely
We're not
agree with
saying
you,
that.
sir.
Okay, I
my
get it.
only
It was no
question
excuse.
is,
It's
'cause
no
this was at the
excuse.
beginning of the relationship. So what I've seen here are examples from the beginning. I'm trying to understand your philosophy when you say you're not getting your needs met, but at some point you were getting your needs met because you have a child. But before and after the child, I'm just seeing all of these messages. You, on the other hand, You take things to the extreme when you get upset. What happened with the car? The keys and the car?
Well, I was at work, and she thought I was at somebody's, dealing with somebody, and she thought that was the person's car, and she keyed the car.
How do you know she did it?
Well, she told me, and I was working. We were not together. At the time, I was seeing somebody else, and she thought that was the girl's car. She knew where I worked, but she thought I was driving her car to work. She keyed the car.
So it wasn't even the young lady's car, it was someone else's car?
Right. I didn't
Wow.
even have the car there. She just came by the job and just kind of...
Did you see the damage on the car?
I didn't see the damage. I was on the floor, and they wouldn't let us come outside. They told everybody, if you drove today, basically lock your cars up. We'll find out more information when the cops get here.
Because they had a vandal on the loose. Little did they know, it was Miss Wilkerson.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, why are you keying people's cars? Now, you done damaged somebody's car who has nothing to do with what the two of you have going on.
Yes, Your Honor. I would say at that point of time, I was going through a lot. I was feeling lost with myself. Me and him had broken up. He had moved on with another girl. And I was just feeling like how he was treating me was not fair.
Why'd you take it out on her car?
Because me and her had an exchange of words. Me and her went back and forth with each other, and like I said, I was filled with rage, and I feel like he was telling her personal stuff about me that he shouldn't have known, because they had been going together for like at least 3 months before I keyed the car. Within that time, me and her was going back and forth with each other, arguing with each other. So I knew that he sometimes drive her car, and she'll drive his car, but I knew I would go by his job, and I would look, I guess you would say stalking him or whatever, look to see if he's really driving the girl car.
That's the first time I've had a stalker that actually admits that's what they're doing.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, I was stalking him at the time, and I saw a car that looked like her car, and I got out the car, and I made sure there was no cameras around, and I keyed the car.
Okay, and how'd that work out for you? It wasn't her car?
It wasn't her car.
And
no.
did you pay for the damage?
No. Nobody never found out about it.
Well, I have a feeling they might today.
Yeah. Yes, Your Honor.
I don't think I'm hard of hearing, Mr. Smalls. You just told me that the two of you were seeing other people.
Right. And do you understand what year or what time that was?
Do you understand how you speak to me when you come in this courtroom?
They know more, so you should understand. Okay, we have an understanding.
We don't have an understanding.
Okay.
You're about to get out of my courtroom. That's what you're about to do. If you'd like your case to be heard on divorce court, call us toll-free 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Missed a show? Watch full episodes on our streaming platforms and follow us on social media for exclusive content. You only been together 4 years, and it seems like everything the two of you talk about, it happens on a break. How many breaks have the two of you taken from each other?
We've only taken one break.
That's how bad it hurt the relationship.
One break? All of this happened in one break? Well, how long was the break? 3.5 years?
No, 6 months.
My word. You're suing because you say she damaged $5,500 worth of your clothes. Tell me about that.
I'm coming home from work one day, and basically I see my clothes piled up in like a pyramid kind of shape, and I'm walking toward the clothes. I don't initially see what it is, but I smell the smell of bleach. And I'm kind of walking toward the clothes, and I smell it, and it's like starts to discolor, and everything as times go by and stuff. But yeah, my most expensive stuff in the closet. She goes to the closet, gets the most expensive ones, and just bleached it all up. And like I said, I'm an artist, so my wardrobe is important. So I guess that was her way to get back.
And how did this impact you in the Douglasville, Georgia hip hop scene?
I mean, people don't kind of know about my personal life. I don't bring my personal life into my, Instagram or whatever. Like,
when was this, the bleaching incident?
It was the beginning of 2000.
Last year?
Yeah.
And the two of you did not go on a permanent break after that? She keyed someone's car.
This is why we're not
Did
together.
your laundry. Now, what's going on?
I'm not with her at this time. We're not together. So I didn't know anything about this. This is why we're on the break. We're seeing different people.
Okay, so I'm gonna give y'all some advice. I want you to stay on this break that you're on. I think it's good for everyone involved that
We're
you
not
stay
on the break right now. We're together, so we're here for help. I don't understand where I'm missing you at.
I don't think I'm hard of hearing, Mr. Smalls. You just told me that the two of you were seeing other people.
Right. And do you understand what year or what time that was?
Do you understand how you speak to me when you come in this courtroom?
No, I
Do you
understand, but
that?
I also feel you also have to show me respect also.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
have to
I
show
was
me
never
respect
disrespectful
also.
to you when I asked you a question. I simply asked you a question.
Okay, no
That's
problem.
it.
But I just want you to know how I feel too. Sarcasm.
You have been expressing to me how you feel for the
All right.
last 20 minutes, sir.
Say no more, so you should understand. Okay, we have an understanding.
We don't have an understanding. You're about
Okay.
to get out of my courtroom. That's what you're about to do in about 20 seconds. My question is this.
Yes.
Why did you
Yes, Your
bleach
Honor.
his clothes?
I bleached his clothes because once we got back together in January 2019, I went through his phone and I saw that he had been cheating on me in June 2018. And we were still together at that time. So I saw a video of the young lady giving him oral sex.
Okay, so I'm gonna need for the two of you, if you wanna be adults and you wanna act like adults and you wanna have a child like adults, I'm going to actually need you to start living like adults.
How don't we live
I
like
feel like I
adults?
live like an adult.
Well,
don't.
no, because you're bleaching people's clothes. When you get upset, you bleach his entire wardrobe and you're keying somebody's car, someone you don't even know, an innocent person. That is childish, petulant, petty behavior.
Okay, Your Honor.
And you are a parent now, so you have someone else.
I've been a parent for 3 years.
Right. So I'm going to need you to be a better example because this is not the kind of behavior you want to be an example for your child. I'm not saying that you're not a good mother, but what I'm saying is you're acting very irresponsible and childish. You can't go around destroying people's property when you're upset. You can't do it. This is a civil case. What you did with the car, that's criminal. You could have been arrested and charged for that.
I understand.
Criminal damage to property, criminal mischief.
I understand.
So when I say you're not being responsible and I bring up your child, because that's the kind of behavior that takes you away from your child.
Like I
And you
said,
can't
my
afford to
child
do
has
that.
she's never around anything. I understand what you're saying. The actions is not good or whatever, but I don't do that in front of my child.
For your lawsuit against him for intentional infliction of emotional distress is dismissed. He should be suing you for emotional distress.
Okay. All right. Yes, Your Honor.
And then you've countersued for $5,000. The problem I have is the back and forth the two of you have had with each other over the course of the last 4 years. You can't even keep your story straight as to when you've been on, when you've been off, and all these things have happened. And the second really is a question of proof. Where's your proof of that? Because $5,000, it could have been a pile of T-shirts for all I know. So I'm not going to order her to pay $5,000 for clothes that you cannot prove the value of. Serve yourself some justice by behaving like you should behave in a relationship.
Okay. I thought I was gonna get something to carry on, you know.
Here's what you carry out of here today. You're dishonest about a lot of things. You're condescending, and you're probably as controlling as she says you are. You're irresponsible when you get angry, and you are unreasonable in your anger. You don't know how to handle it. That's what you're gonna have to, when you say you want something to carry out of here, learn how to behave and treat the people that you're in a relationship with like you would want to be treated. So you have to ask yourself, do you want this relationship to work out or are you done? Because these breaks are not working for the two of you. Because you get mad about everything that's happening in the breaks and you want to take it out on each other when you get back together. That's the cycle that the two of you are in. So the choice is up to you. But the bottom line is, now that you have a child together, you have to learn how to co-parent your child. That's the most important thing you have to do. Good luck to both of you.